everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host Tom Quee. Just before we get to today's episode, please follow the show at Battle Rap Resume. Get in touch with me, battleresume@gmail.com. Subscribe to us, leave us a review on iTunes, please. Patreon is also there. We've got a bit of a different episode today. You know, this is someone who's a battler, of course. You know, people will know him for that, but there's way more interesting, I suppose, in a sense, they're just classic things that he's also been part of, namely Rhyme Asylum, and it's Skirmish. How's it going, man?
How's it going, bro? Good to hear from you, man. Finally, I'm glad we're having this conversation, man. I'm a big fan.
You listened a bit to the show, then you said.
Yeah, man. I've checked out the Respect BA episode, the Censor one, the Arkaic and Bagnall one. Yeah, man.
Yeah, the big ones. Yeah. And there's something about, you know, so you're a fan then of battle rap. I mean, have you been a fan for a long time before?
From a long time. Yeah, from a long time. From back in the day when when Jin was doing the 106 and Park.
Yeah.
That's what kind of got me and the boys into it, and like we just kind of went a little bit deeper with it. And obviously when it started off in the UK with Jump Off and all of that there, man, it was I've always been a fan, always.
And like going back to the start of things, like you just as a performer, as rapping, like how did that begin? What were the early influences? When did you start writing, that sort of stuff?
I'd say my first biggest influence to want to start writing, I'd probably say is Nas.
Yeah,
that was the biggest kind of eye opener. You're like, whoa, you can actually say some other stuff.
Yeah.
Rather than just rapping than what we were kind of used to commercially anyway, on television or radio, stuff like that. And you're like, whoa, this guy's actually got a story to tell. So it kind of that kind of made me want to tell my story, you know what I mean? And get into it and get into the intricacies of being a poet, basically. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's when it kind of started off for me. Like musically it was different. Obviously it was into the commercial stuff like my older brothers listened to, Tupac and the Biggies and things like that. That's what kind of sparked the fire of hip hop, really, you know what I mean? But it was, I would say, more like Nas was the main influence. Nas, Eminem, Big L was the main influences of wanting to get into writing, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and you know, stuff like Illmatic especially. Life's a Bitch. That AZ verse is one of the ultimate guest verses, in my opinion.
It's incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I actually listened to Illmatic. It was a crazy story. I was reading a Source magazine article on AZ.
Right.
I remember I was on the train coming back from Manchester. I was young. It was late, but I caught onto Illmatic quite late because I was way too young for the '94 release, obviously. And I caught on late. This was years after. I was on the train back from Manchester, and I was reading it on the Source magazine saying 5 mic classic Illmatic. I was like, whoa, what is that? I was like, I haven't seen a 5 mic yet in my time, reading the Source magazine. I got back to London, went straight to the CD store, bought Illmatic, and I remember sitting in my kitchen that day listening to it, and it just blew me away. Like you say, the AZ's verse, I was just like, what is this? Yeah. This is completely different from what I've been listening to over these years that I've been getting into hip hop, and it was just that verse was special. Every verse on that album was special. My
god, The World Is Yours, Halftime, Represent,
Represent, Memory Lane, specifically I think it was the third verse on Halftime when Nas said I won't plant seeds, don't need an extra mouth I can't feed, that's extra Philly change, more cash for damp weed. When I heard that, I was like, I have to be a rapper. That is it. I'm convinced now. If he can do that, I want to do that. That is incredible. That touched my soul. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, incredible, bro. I'm telling you.
And did you meet Possessed in school? Was that right?
Yeah, we went to school, man. I've known him since the age of 11, 12.
Damn.
We met him in year 7 and just grew up together, man. Literally lived down the road from each other. We've known each other for over 20 years, man. You know what I mean? So it's a long time.
And were you always right? Because I mean, goes without saying, Possessed is
phenomenal. Yeah. The guy is a genius.
Truly. Truly, I mean? I think anyone listening who might not be aware of Possessed through Rhyme Asylum, we'll sort of discuss, he's in the WRC and stuff. Absolute legend. Check the stuff out. It's mind-bending writing, really original stuff that just makes you think differently.
It's incredible. He literally thinks outside the box bar for bar.
Yeah.
Even his setups are punchlines. You know what I mean? It's just mind blowing. Like when he, like sometimes when he raps, and I'm just like, bro, like what mindset were you in to even think of that? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Like it's insane. Like talented, very talented individual.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard the episode, but I had Zayn Azra on the show recently, and
no, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah,
yet, no.
and we were just talking about sort of great punchlines, and I was like Shovel T and Marlowe are great punches, and he was like, look, rap's always the best, and talk about Rhyme Asylum, and he quoted a few Possessed punches as like examples of like being, and it is true, they are. We've all listened to a lot of rap, we've all done this sort of thing, but some of his punchlines really get me, no one else do,
Yeah, of course. It's just different. It's just like punchlines, but with an extra like bit of flavoring. Do you know what I mean? It's just an extra layer to it, and like he's always been ahead of his time because there was so many layers to his punchlines, like always, and it's not an easy thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Like not every rapper can hit that mark. Do you know what I mean?
So, where did it start for you guys, like the partnership, working together to build something?
Basically, I think it was like year 10. I remember we were all into like rap, and like Eminem had just come out. Everyone was kind of like excited. You're like, oh, who the hell is this guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if he can do it, we can do it. You know what I mean? Like, and I remember one day Possess came up to me, like I think it was like a lunch break. He was like, yo, I wrote something last night. I'm like, what? Like, he wrote bars. He's like, yeah. Like we were chatting and he spat the bars. Like obviously at the time, like it's just basic, isn't it? Like this is like our first couple rhymes that we're like putting together and stuff. But I was blown away. I was like, all right, you're the best rapper I've ever heard in my life. Like, you know what I mean? It just caught me right there. I was like, bro, I'm with you. Let's do this. And we've just been like doing it every day since, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? And we just grew up from young teens to grown men. Yeah, man, that's how it pretty much started. And we met Cyclone along the way. We met Plasma and Leatherface along the way. And yeah, like we used to go to these open mics in Dilreal, just off Carnaby Street every Friday, where like loads of people used to be there.
That's an important place, wasn't it? For
that was a very important place for us, man. We honed our skills in that place for years, man.
Kruger and went there later on.
Kruger was there. Yeah, I remember Kruger like from the first time we went there. I think I missed the first week he was there. Then I remember Possess coming back saying, yo, there's this kid called Kruger, man. He's dope, man. Then I went the next week and I met him and it was just like 15, 16 Kruger, like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
and he was a killer. He's a killer from then, like.
Yeah, bruv. Like, oh, he's a legend, man. I love that guy so much, man. Kruger's a G, bruv. Honestly, like, I've known him since he was a kid, bruv. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We've all grown up together. And now, like, we're men and shit. Like, it's weird. It's crazy, bro, you know?
What about the name, Skirmish? Was that always your name, or?
Nah, bro. Come on, man. Like, hell no. Every rapper that says, like, one name just stuck from the start is lucky to have that luck, man. I'm telling you, like, I went through so many different names that we won't go through right now. You know what I mean? We won't go through them. But, yeah, I had some silly names, bro. And, like, the name, I don't know, man. I think we was just chilling and chatting one day, and someone must have said the word Skirmish and it just kind of stuck with me. I was like, oh shit, like that feels like it's me. Do you know what I mean? That feels like it's me. And I just kind of like ran with it from then, like, you know, but I had loads of other names, man. Loads of trash names, honestly. And
like from these Deal Real sessions, was that where like the idea of Rhyme Asylum like formed as an entity?
Well, nah, it was before that. Even before that. Me and Possess were like repping it, and there was another guy that we grew up with that went to school, but he wasn't really on it as much. Do you know what I mean? He would have a few verses here and there and stuff, and do you know what I mean? But like we were always on it. Me and Possess were always on it, man. And then when we started going to Deal Real, like a couple years later, we had the name Rhyme Asylum, and that's where we kind of started building the buzz through the ciphers and open mics. Like Possess was always on it. He's always been bang, bang, bang. Like, I know what I want out of this, and like, let's get it, man. Do you know what I mean? Then we met Cyclone there, and we met Plasma. Plasma actually lived like around the area, not too far from me and Possess, and Possess actually met him, and then I met him like a few months later, and was like, yo, like you're dope, man. Like you're on it, and he's like, yeah, he's on it, man. And same with like Cyclone, he was just on it as well, man. And like, yeah, bro, it was just all built up, man. It was like a snowball effect, like, you know.
I mean, again, State of Lunacy is just. You must be so proud of that record, man. It's so good,
bro. Like, honestly, sometimes I forget like the things that I've like done. I don't want to say accomplished, because to someone it might not be an accomplishment, but to me that was the world at the time. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes I forget that I've done that, and
Yeah.
like and sometimes I just get these flashbacks. I'm like, oh shit, like that was real. Do you know what I mean? Like man actually did that. You know what I mean? And I'm so proud, bro. I'm so proud of it. It's like one of the most proudest things I could ever say I've done in my life, man. Honestly.
And recording wise, was this just a quick blitz? Was it done over a few weeks or?
Well, what had happened was basically we were gonna release a 12-inch with Beer and Rap in the summer of like 2006, and we had recorded I think it was like 3 songs at the time. I think we had done like Inner Instinct, Lost, and something else. Stark Raven Genius. That was it. And that was gonna be a 12-inch released by Beer and Rap, like 12-inch vinyl. And I don't know what happened. It just didn't happen. And there was a bit of a quiet moment towards the end of 2006. And I specifically remember this because everyone came to my house like a day after New Year's Day, 2007. We had a meeting and we're like, yo, boys, we got to get on it now. Like, let's do this. And I think from like January to like June 2007, that's when the bulk of it was created. You know what I mean? So.
And was it a collaborative effort? You guys like looking on each other's verses, or was it very personal?
Oh, well, it depended what song, really. It depended what song, like... Because mostly we would get the beat and everyone do your own thing. We have a deadline, have your verse ready by this time, and that was it. But certain songs we were a bit more, like, messing around with the hooks together in the studio and just, like, do you know what I mean? Just things like that. But most part, we'd write on our own, but then kind of go through it together as a crew and just make sure it all... fits, you know, like it works with the concept of the song, or do you know what I mean, and things like that. But the back-to-back stuff we would write it together, obviously, you know.
And you know, when it was released, what was it like? The sort of did you go on a big tour to support it, or was there a lot of reaction?
To be honest, like it's quite hard to remember.
Yeah,
it's quite a long time ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When it dropped, I was so excited, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember the day receiving the actual CD, like in the cellophane plastic, and just looking at the booklet and everything, bro. I can't describe that feeling, man. It's just like it's unreal. I remember coming back. I remember picking it up from somewhere and coming back to where we live, the area, and Possessed was like, bro, where are you? Where are you? Like texting me. I'm like, yo, I'm on your road. Like, come out, innit? Like. And he's just running down the road, and I'm running up the road. I'm like, bro, look at it, man. It exists, bro. We've actually done it. Like, all this effort we've put in over the years, like, just learning, and, like, it's actually coming to fruition now, man. Like, look at it. It's an amazing day. Amazing day, man. But it's hard to remember the reaction, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it was all a blur because we kind of had to, like, go out and push it ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, we had to go to other people's shows. Like, we'd go to, like an Atmosphere show, for instance, in Camden, and like just try and sell it to his fans and stuff like that. You know, into the hand-to-hand sales and stuff. You know, so it was a build-up. It wasn't an immediate reaction. Like, do you know what I mean? Because obviously social media wasn't as like popping back then. Do you know what I mean? Like you had MySpace and things like that, Facebook, but it wasn't really like how it is now. Like, you know what I mean? So
Well,
like I'd say it was more of a like. When we'd go out, that's how we would see the reaction rather than online, if you know what I mean. When we'd go out and sell CDs and people were like, oh, you guys are doing your thing and things like that. So that was the kind of reaction we got from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
that was what stuck most.
It's fair to say it has a huge fan base, a cult fan base. Like, just recently, Blizzard put some thread up on the UK Battle Rap group. It was like, favourite Rhyme Asylum bars, and there were just tons of comments instantly. Everyone was just like, obviously, everyone's got a few lodged in their brain. And, like, Kruger was putting some down as, you know, everyone's showing love because it is, you know, out of this world. And Copyright and Diabolic were guest features.
Yeah, man, like little guest features. With Diabolic, how did that happen again? Yeah, that's a crazy story, actually. I think we were at a jam bar in Brixton. There was an event. I can't remember. I think it was a Speaker's Corner event or something. Like, I don't know if you've heard about Speaker's Corner open mic.
Not in there, no.
It was like kind of coinciding, running around the same time as Deal Real and stuff. And it was popping. I think Diabolic actually came over from America around that time, and he was having a freestyle on stage and stuff. And he was like, yeah, someone from the crowd come up and throw words at me and stuff. And everyone's like, yo, Possess, go, 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 go. Because he was the dopest freestyler at the time, like, you know what I mean? And he went up, he was chucking words at Diabolic, and like, he's barring. And Possess was like, you throw me some words, like, let's do it the other way. And Diabolic was throwing Possess words, and he was just barring, like, it was going crazy. The whole, like, venue was going insane. So that kind of broke the ice. It kind of showed, like, yeah, man, like, he's got a little bit of respect, you know what I mean? And like, we just asked him straight up, and he said he'll do it, and he actually did the hook as well, and everything. We're like, whoa, we didn't even expect this, bruv, like, you know what I mean? And it was amazing. Like, same with Copy, like, we kind of got at him through MySpace or something at the time, and he was more than happy to do it, you know what I mean? And I've only met him once, actually, when he came over a couple of years ago. That was when I met him. That was nice. It was nice to meet him, man. You know, it was good.
He battles now.
Yeah, he battled Tenchu when he came over.
Tenchu, battled Reverse Life, a few other people.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So it was nice to meet him. It was a pleasure because like he's always been one of my favorite rappers, man. You know what I mean? The punchline-y, like, but then he obviously changed his style and became quite more. It's very different from how he started, you know what I mean? So
what's he like now? I'm aware of the punchline stuff. Is he a bit more, aggressive now?
No. It varies, man. He does everything, bro. Like, he does everything, man. I'm not really up to date with the newer stuff. But, like, I'm talking around the time where we kind of collaborated and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, great songs. Great songwriter. He's very intricate. I mean, he's amazing. He's, like, one of our biggest influences as well, man. You know what I mean? So...
And I popped on the Twitter that I was going to have you on the show, and some people were excited. Terminal, who's an upcoming battler, brilliant battler, Adam. Oh, he says, he asked, why did Plasma leave RA, and is there any chance of a reunion?
I think, like, what happened was basically we all just kind of wanted to go a different direction. I don't know, man. Like, I just think it just wasn't really working at the time how it was. And, like... the three of us wanted to take it a different direction, and the other two guys wanted to take it a different direction, and we just kind of like grew apart a little bit. You know what I mean? And it happens as you grow with people. You know, over the years we just kind of grew apart, had different lanes we wanted to take in life. Do you know what I mean? So, and as a chance of a reunion, I highly doubt it, to be honest.
Sure.
I don't really see that happening anytime soon. I don't know if any of the other guys are in contact with each other or whatever. But I'm in contact with everyone. I still speak to everyone, like, every now and then, do you know what I mean? So, all the original 5 members and stuff. But as for me, I don't think it would have happened, to be honest. I don't think it would have happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys have done incredible things, like, you know, the legacy you've left. And what's great is it wasn't just one album. You also, Solitary Confinement came out, which, again, it really celebrated record.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just like, bro, like, I can't lie to you, bro. I never imagined, like, people would, like, receive it that well, bro. Like, because when we were coming up, people would be like, cypher rap, like, it's not real music. Like, what you mean, bro? Like, it exists in my mind, it's real, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I never ever imagined in my life people would receive it like that, and it's so humbling, bro. Like, honestly, man, it's crazy. Like, people know stuff I've created in my head. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy to me, bro. It's very humbling, man. I appreciate all the love we've ever got from everyone across the board, man. Honestly, man, it's lovely, bro. Trust me.
Divine Writer Kings on that is just
bro.
Oh man, just so much good. Production on the whole thing is just fantastic as well.
Bro, that's the thing, man. Because like we're students of this, like, rap stuff, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying we know it all or anything, but like, you know when a beat's dope, innit? Like, obviously it's all subjective and it's music, do you know what I mean? Like, I might think a beat's dope, you might think it's trash, innit? But because we knew the sound we were kind of going for, we knew what beats to pick and what would, like, complement the bars well. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you just know automatically after hearing the drop on a beat, you know the producer ain't fucked up the drums. Like, you know it's going somewhere, innit? So, you know, you just know, innit? You just know. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? You just know. So and we would have listening sessions and just pick the beats and be like, yeah, this is what we've got to do. Do you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, just checking on the liner notes here that Chemo, I don't know how you probably pronounce the name. Chemo, yeah. We just did an episode on the show about Jest's album, The Dragon of an Ordinary Family. And I remember he produced a few tracks on that as well. He's a sick producer.
Bro, That guy, like, I don't think I've ever heard a whack beat from Chemo.
Yeah,
Like,
it's got some
honestly,
great...
like, and I've known Chemo since like what 2003.
Right.
I've never heard a whack beat. It's like he's always been dope since from the moment I met him, and like he's always been dope. Guy's incredible. Like, I'd love to work with him again. Honestly, like he's incredible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
He's
Really...
he's done some classics like UK material, man. Trust me, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember him vividly. Yeah, his stuff on Dragon is insane. So, I mean, that's pretty much the RA stuff. And you've been the battle fan for a while, as you say. I watched a cool interview. I don't know if you remember Blizzard interviewing you when he's quite young.
Yeah, of course, man. I remember that, man. In Manchester.
Yeah, in Manchester, yeah. And you talk about how Solitary Confinement sponsored Immaculate versus
No, it didn't. It was just pulling people's legs,
right,
man.
Right.
It didn't. That was BA's fault. BA did that. Like BA did that when he introduced the battle. No, it definitely didn't, bro.
And I mean, BA, another legend, right?
Legend, bro.
Jesus,
Love BA, man. Love BA. Spent a lot of time with him back in the day, man. Like 2006, man. Like when he was living down here in London, man. Got mad love for that guy.
Yeah.
Incredibly dope freestyler. Incredibly dope writer. Guy's amazing, honestly.
Did you see him versus Sirius?
I saw clips of it. I haven't seen it yet. It didn't get released not too long ago.
Just recently, yeah.
That's probably why I haven't seen it, man. Yeah, I've seen clips of it here and there. Like,
clean body. So
yeah,
I mean,
no doubt. BA
is crazy. I mean, BA is a killer. You say in the Blizzard interview that you watch a lot of battle rap. Monster Under the Bed, you like?
Yeah, man. Back in the day, Monster was cold, bro. He was cold, man. And I've known him since around the time when I met Kruger back in the day as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was incredible, man. He was dope. I wish he had carried on battling, but
he's one of those guys that just sort of stopped and.
Yeah, man. Nah, he's a talented writer as well, man. I haven't seen him for a long time as well, but very talented, man. He used to be back in the day with the ciphers and the open mics and Deal Real. Like, great times, bro. Honestly.
Yeah. Like, is there much footage of that? I'd love to see some of it back. I guess it was before that era.
Bro, like every week there was someone there filming. I can't remember the guy's name, but he has the footage of all those years, bro. Like, honestly, he used to film everything, bro. Like when Kanye was there. There's footage of Kanye being there. Yeah, bro. Kanye came down. Mos Def was there. Cannabis was there.
Shit.
Bro, it was incredible. Like every Friday night there would be someone there, bro, and like it would just make you want to get up on the mic even more and like prove you got it. You know what I mean? It was dope, man. It was dope. There's footage definitely somewhere.
All right. Yeah, maybe somewhere out there someone knows it, but yeah, love to see that. And yeah, you talk about liking Kruger and Nugget as well. You mentioned. Which again, one of the old names. You mentioned liking Jest as well. Just briefly, Jest as an artist again. RA status, right? I mean, he's a legend.
Bro, like, that guy was a big influence, man. I'm telling you, like, he was incredible.
Return of the Drifter? Are you kidding me?
Bro,
that release.
Bro, like, no word of a lie, yeah? Check this out, bro. You see the intro on the City of Industry, bro?
Oh, yeah.
I had that as my voicemail back in the day, bro. Like, I'm not even lying.
I love that beat. Jesus.
Honestly, bro. That album was amazing from start to finish.
Alcoholic Author, like, oh my God.
Bro, like 1979, come on.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. Bluebells,
upper echelon of this shit in this country, man. Honestly, like, he was incredible, bro. Like, honestly, such a nice guy as well, man. I met him a few times. Such a nice guy, man. Like,
I'm pretty sure he's a battle fan. I think someone said he'd been to a few events or something, but I know that he likes Stone Flop.
Quite a long time ago, like, because I haven't been to many battle events lately, but he used to come. I used to see him a few times at the battle events, man. I used to see him definitely, man. You know, like, bro, anyone that writes like that, man, is intrigued with this battle shit, bro.
Yeah,
like,
oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's the intricacy of how, like, battle rappers write their material. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to be drawn to it, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I'm drawn to it, bro. You know.
It's just playing with words to a really high standard, like, and if you like that in your verses,
it's intellectual, bro. It's intellectual, man. It's not just like obviously you're just like humiliating the person in front of you, but it's in more of a complex way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's incredible, bro. It's incredible. Trust me.
And you starting battling wasn't the first sort of Rhyme Asylum dalliance with battling, because obviously Possessed did incredibly well in the WRCs. He tore shit up.
He tore shit up, bro. He tore shit up, man.
Yeah.
Like off the top as well, bro. Like,
Oh my god.
like one of my favorite flips ever, bro. Like is when he said that against Stig, when Stig was like, the pizza's here, they ran for your face, and he was like, oh yeah, you get fucked up. If I've got a pizza face, then your arteries are like the stuffed crust. Like, come on,
Oh
dude.
my god.
Off the top of the head, like, come on, man. In 2006, bro, like,
That's crazy.
you know, it's genius, bro. I'm telling you, the guy was incredible, man. He tore shit up, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, everyone go back and watch his battles if you haven't yet, but I mean, the most famous is him on the Las Vegas rooftop, Saurus Ilmac with What's His Face, and great content. I mean, Saurus and Ilmac were equally on fire back then. Like,
bro, they were fire, man. They were fire.
Those were such good battles. Those were really good battles.
I know, man. Great battles, bro. I remember like waiting, like I wanted to go so badly to Vegas, bro. Like I wanted to go so badly, I just couldn't go. And I remember sitting there by the computer waiting for it to drop, and like seeing something on the forum or something. I remember phoning Possess. I was like, where are you, bro? He's like, I'm in a connecting flight. I'm waiting in Washington, bro, or something like that. I was like, bro, like what happened? Like I heard you guys lost or something, like. Because back then there was no Twitter or nothing. You know what I mean? It's like word of mouth, bro, you know? Yeah. And I was like, what happened? And I remember before he even got home, I was watching the first battle, holding the phone on speakerphone, him listening back to it with me as I'm experiencing it, like right there, bro. Like, trust me, man.
Quick turnaround then. Quick turnaround to get it on the site.
Quick turnaround, bro. Quick turnaround, man. Quick turnaround. Trust me, man. Jump off of doing it.
Shout out Harry, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Harry, Arrow, big up them, man. Big up them, man. Trust me, got love for them, man.
I mean, WRC's crazy experiment that yields so many good battles both years. So you know, shout out to that whole contest. But what about yourself then? So you've been going to events, you know, for a little while. Your first battle was with Ark. How did how did the partnership with Ark spark up rather than going in alone?
Well, Ark's been my boy from like 2005, man. I've known Ark for a long time. Do you know what I mean? That's my brother. Do you know what I mean? And and we were just chilling one day. He just kind of talked me into it. Like, you know, I wanted to battle, bro. Like, but I just didn't know who. I just didn't know who I wanted to battle. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, like, Ark was like, yo, like, let's battle these dudes, innit? Like, let's battle. They're the best. They're the champs at the moment, innit? Let's do it. I was like, yo, yeah, man, let's do it, brother. Let's do it. Do you know what I mean? And that's one of the most fun times I've had. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like writing with someone else, like, bro, I'm a fan of Ark, innit? Like, you know.
Oh,
what I mean?
Ark's incredible.
Do you know what I mean? So writing with him was like, I was like, yo, this is dope. This is sick, bro. This is so much fun. Do you know what I mean? It's the most fun I've had writing, like, since I ever started rapping. I was like, yo, this is dope, bro. You know what I mean? I was staying at his house, and yeah, it was dope, man.
And what was the routine like? Did you both sit down with just firing bars back and forth, or?
Yeah, like it was just back and forth, bro. Like, say I'd be at home and he would come up with a line, and I'd be like, oh shit, that's incredible, bro. Then I'd be like, all right, cool, I need to come up with something better than that. It was just like kind of a competition. Like, he would phone me and say, yeah, I got this, and I'd try to come up with the same like punch, like come up with a punch with the same scheme, and like, you know what I mean, and like just go back and forth. It was just a back and forth thing, man. I loved it, man. It was incredible, bro.
And this is the end of 2013, I should say. Set the standard 10 just after 5th birthday. This was a sick event. Great 2-day event.
Great event, man. It was a sick event, bro. It was a sick event. It was all a bit of a blur. The first day was a blur, man, because I was trying to concentrate. Like, obviously, I'd never battled before, and I was just like, yo, this is a completely different world. I need to remember the bars. I don't need to choke. But it was a big event, man.
Wait, what does cracker like bars? And that's why Marcus had to write all that shit about Bamalam and the Bagnall man. But you spat that shit like it was yours, and that is whack.
So explain it to me, cuz. I don't understand all that. You won the title by default and had to hand it back. You proved us all right. You didn't last long as the champs. How does it feel knowing you ain't shit except the Frank Bruno's a battle rap?
And yeah, you won that little 1,500. But you had that title taken away quicker than a Nas album.
I remember the Sunday. The Sunday was dope where Marvin Quest.
Oh, yeah, Shuffler.
Battled Shuffle and Marlowe. Mr. 13 battled Caustic. Yeah, there was some good battles, man. Was it Soul? Who did he battle? Was it Lopeshi?
Lopeshi, yeah.
Yeah.
Ogmios battled Real Deal.
Yeah, bro. There were some good battles, man. That was a good event, man.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch them, man.
Lefty versus Big J, and
bro, yeah, that was classic, man.
Yeah. And like, just briefly, C Major and Cracker. I mean, great team, formidable team at this point.
Yeah. Oh, bro. like C is levels.
Oh
bro.
my god, yeah.
Like C major's levels, like, and his music as well is like
10,000 hours is, come on,
bro. I'm a big fan, bro. Like of his music and his production. He's dope, bro. Like, bro, like that's the thing. Like, I got respect for them, man. Innit? Like, I got respect for Cracker, and I got respect for like C major as MCs, bro. So that's why I wanted to like. Do you know what I mean? At the time, they were the champs, bro, and I was like, yeah, well. I think they just lost the title, actually. They just lost the title, yeah. But I think the battle was kind of confirmed before the title match, I think.
Sure.
I can't remember, man. It was all a blur.
Okay.
Blur, bro. Honestly, like, I don't really remember. But yeah, man, they're incredible, man. And the way they used to write bars together and stuff, like, and not even be in the same place, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get that chemistry and stuff. And yeah, man, they were dope, man. And they deservedly won that competition, the doubles competition.
Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. And it's like a common theme that you and Ark do in your rounds. We like you see. Why are you with Cracker? Like, that's the sort of angle rather than like there's 3 rappers in this ring, etc. But I mean, we'll get into the beginning. I mean, it must have been quite surreal for you standing there, introducing it, Ark's at your side. You know, these guys across from you, everyone watching. What did it feel like?
Bro, it was weird, man. Like, it's not like performing like a song, you know, and like the crowd are there to see you, innit? Like, you perform your song and you got a routine. You know what you're about to do, innit? You've rehearsed it and you're accustomed to that kind of environment. You know what I mean? Going into the event, I'm just like, yo, this is crazy because there's quite a lot of people here. I didn't expect that many people to be coming to the event. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was shitting myself, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, whoa. This is scary. This is a completely different setting. Because I was trying to go into it, like, thinking, it's just a cipher. It's just a cipher, yeah. Like, he goes, then I go. Then he goes, then I go. Like, but it wasn't, bro, because it was tense. Like, you could hear a pin drop, like, just before everyone was about to introduce us to the camera. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But I was up for it. I was just like, as soon as I get the first couple bars out, I'll be all right. Do you know what I mean? But I ain't going to lie to you. I was nervous, man. I was nervous as hell, bro.
Yeah,
like, honestly, I was like, yo, what am I getting myself into here, bro?
and this was a big deal for a lot of people because a lot of people were just straight up Rhyme Asylum fans, and how fucking sick one of the guys is battling with Ark.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy, bro. It was mad. Like, I didn't think people would like actually like come to see that. I was like, yo, right, people still care. Like, we ain't put out no music in like 3 years, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was nice though, man. It was nice, bro. Like, it was nice.
It's a big uproar when you get introduced. Ark's rocking that sweet rainbow tee as well.
Yeah, my tee.
To jog people's memories. It gets mentioned in the battle. Talks about there are some people that don't need tryouts. There are some people you put straight in the lines den, which is how he sort of introduces you guys.
Yeah, and he was the lines then, bro.
Yeah. You know, you kick off and you say early on, you know, you're on your Rhyme Asylum shit, you're going with it, it's strong. Old school, like, adult education centres.
Oh, cringeworthy. Cringeworthy, bro. Come on, man. Right. I could have done a hell of a lot better, man. Honestly, like, I know I could have, innit? You know what I mean? I know I could have. It's not the worst.
No, I'm just,
It's not great. It's not great, man. Cringeworthy, bro. I don't even watch that battle back. I don't even lie to you. Like, I can't watch it. I can't watch any of them back, bro.
Yeah. Ark is, you know, strong, venomous throughout.
He's a vet, bro. He knows what he's doing.
He's sick in this battle. Ark's sick in this battle. Like, treat them worse than treats the Americans.
Yeah, that was quite raw, man.
Shuffle and Marlow whips your ass. That's S&M.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's such an Ark bar. That's such
bro. Like, I think we were in his kitchen when he clocked that bar. Bro. Like, I think so. We might have been out having a fag or something, bro. Like, man. Yeah. That's such an Ark bar, isn't it? It's such a dope bar, though. Like, think about it. It's funny, man.
And Ark, like, this isn't even a bar, but it gets a lot of reaction. He's like, I think I speak on behalf of everyone in the room when I say to Cracker, no one gives a flying fuck about you.
It's just a par, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, this is straight parring, isn't it? Like, no one cares about you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that was it. It's just a par, bro. It's just like, what was he saying? I swear he said that. I don't know if he said it in a battle, but he always says, like, pars over bars to me or something.
Right. Pars over bars. What did you think of not a monstrosity, more like a monstrosity town? That's ambitious,
bro.
That's just him being inventive. Like, I like that.
Yeah, and the Yunnan.
Einan, yeah.
Einan. That's amazing, bro. Like, it's so simple, but it's so effective, you know?
Yeah.
It's hilarious, man.
You know, your
Completely,
face...
bro, I forget these bars even existed. Bro,
Of course. You know, and I like the way that you end it as well, sort of trying to pull the sting out of the fact that they were the 2-on-2 holders, maybe at this point. Obviously, they did lose, but no one gives a shit about a title that had Cystic in the final.
Oh, that's deep, man. Ark's deep, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and then, you know, seeing Cracker get into it, and obviously they are a well-oiled machine by this point.
Yeah.
Cracker does more of the sort of straight-up hazing and more belligerent stuff. C Styles, he has... When he gets into his attack, into his rhythmic flow, it's pretty incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, he's cold, bro.
Yeah.
He's cold, man. He's cold. I was in awe, just standing there, like, I was like, right, this kid is incredible. Like, they're both incredible. They're actually going at man. Like, it's quite funny. Like, I can't even be angry. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like he's telling me the truth. Like, really, isn't it? Like,
Philosophizing over a box of chocolates like Forrest Gump.
Oh, bro, come on. There's a, what you say? There's a legend in this battle, and it's not you, or something like that.
Yeah,
He said something like that. I was like, deep. I was like, liberties.
Like, I have no doubt that C and Cracker are Rhyme Asylum fans, so they get their punches in. You know, Asylum, you were barely going to leave and get better, which is quite nice. And,
that's nice, man.
Yeah. And then being in the Asylum so long, you turn crazy enough to believe the lie.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah.
That is so cold on so many levels, bro.
Cracker talks about it's an optical illusion if you see us moving in the same circles.
Yeah.
You know, it's, stars in boxes like Mario Bros is kind of a bit of a goofy Nintendo punch. But, you know, it's...
it works, though.
Yeah, and Cracker gets quite horror-core-y. Use the skin of your face as the fabric from our clothes.
It's grim, isn't it?
It is. I was like,
Grim,
damn.
bro.
Damn, Tom.
Really?
Yeah. And, you know, how are you feeling? So you'd each got a round off now. You were now launching in. You were now returning. Confidence building? Was it still surreal?
Yeah, I was still quite a bit surreal.
Yeah.
But I was a bit more confident now. I was like, okay, cool. I know the rounds. Like, we've practiced it. I know the rounds. At least I know I ain't going to choke. So I could have a bit more fun now. You know what I mean? And, like, just relax a little bit and try anyway. Because I was quite tense, man. That's maybe why it came across like I was a bit over aggressive and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's one thing I picked up on anyway, like, that I was kind of a bit too over aggressive, and it was like kind of compensating for like me trying to remember my bars or something, do you know what I mean? So that's one thing I would have done differently, but it was because it was quite surreal. Like, I'm like, oh shit, I'm still kind of like getting used to it, do you know what I mean? So
yeah, Ark multiplayer mode is on the level with me.
Yeah, bro, he come up with that when we're playing Mario Kart. Like, we're chilling playing Mario Kart when we're supposed to be writing bars, bro. Like, and he come up with that. He's like, yo, pause it. And he dropped the bar. I was like, oh my days, bro. You're an idiot, bro. Honestly.
No, he has another Mario Kart bar in the third. I ain't gonna slow it down like I went from the track to the grass like Mario Kart.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like, literally, come up with those bars. We're actually chilling there playing Mario Kart, bro. Like,
talk that mushroom shit, man. That's fire. That's fire from Ark. Yeah, they go to C and they sort of say, you know, do you? So you go to C and you say, do you rate him? Is he just your friend? And it's nice to see like Paul's Cracker close, and they show a little bit of camaraderie.
Yeah, of course, bro.
You know,
of course. You have to, bro. It's your boy. You're backing your boy, innit?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
And that energy that you bring to the stage, you see this at the end of the second when Ark says like shoot like a cameraman, and you're like, that's a rap, and you like scream that as you go across the, you know.
I cringe at that, bro. I cringe.
I quite like that. I know what you mean, but yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, allow it, bro. Like, why are you shouting in a man's face? Like, you don't need to do that, innit? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I was overdoing it, right? I was overdoing it, bro. You know what I mean? Just overdoing it. But yeah, like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I like having that energy because I always had the energy, like, performing and stuff like that. That's my favourite thing to do. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I could have toned it down a little bit, bro.
I will, you know, what's funny is I brought this battle up. I've had C and Cracker both on the show. And if I remember correctly, I especially remember with Cracker brought this up, and he was a bit, like, dismissive of the battle, didn't think it was, like, their best battle or whatever. You know, I personally think they're unbelievable in this
they were
battle.
sick in that battle, bro.
And I think as evidence, their second round in this battle is one of the best rounds they've ever spat as a duo. I think
Cold, bro.
you know, the whole disaster angle they play really, really well. When you say you're running shit, you know, the whole when C's like the big bad arc, still scrap arc. You know, 7 years my senior, you don't act like a man arc, and
that was cold.
Yeah,
that was cold. C's cold, man. He puts words together incredibly well, man.
Yeah. And then the whole in the hotel with Steph, like hold me back, like
funny stuff, man. Funny stuff.
And like Arkaic trying to get on a track with him, and WRC's Arc never getting that ring.
Yeah, that's too much. That's cold. That's cold. Yeah, and they had some bars, man. Thinking about it now, they had some fire.
Yeah, they had some good shit. The whole Mo Farah, you know, you're usually in front of dudes. Over before it's done. And then, like, I think the one that everyone remembers, and you guys sort of break character when he does this bar because you recognise how good it is. The whole tech after the disco.
Yeah. That was cold.
Yeah,
that was cold.
Like we're speaking Spanish.
Bar. Bro, even my boy came up to me like after the battle had been uploaded, he came up to me, he's like, yo, bro, that bar was fucking cold, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, he's cold, trust me, bro.
You know, and it's crazy round, that one. Absolutely brilliant as well. And
crazy.
And Cracker like calls out Louis Chino as well, and then like has to like pay for the cracks on something at the end of the round. And, like,
that was
you know, Arc flips it straight away. Cracker, run a Robbie Coltrane on your mum.
That's jokes, bro. That's funny, man.
That is funny. That's really funny.
That was a funny bar. I don't think it got that much of a reaction.
No, I think the reference just went over the youth. But
yeah, probably actually. Yeah, I didn't even think about that for real. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no. I mean, Robbie Coltrane, I should say, was in the drama Cracker. But yeah, it's
a couple ITV or something.
It's some ITV cop drama, Cool. And you see, I like the sort of the image that you present of C Major's relationship to his girl's family. C Major's girl, call her C Major, always turning over Cracker.
Oh, bruv, yeah, man, that round there, bruv. Yeah. Oh, man.
You're going on Frankie Fraser as well. For sort of feeding him lines.
Because he was ghostwriting, bro. So we had heard anyway. I don't know, man. He's just people talking, you just hear these things. You're like, I'm gonna put that in, innit? You know what I mean? So it's just adds to the excitement, innit? And the drama, like, oh shit, this guy's involved, like, you know what I mean? Like,
when we have sex, you know, my girl says, "My God," your girl says, "God, can we have sex?" And you know, you're gonna Islamabad him up as well.
It's mean. It's all mean, bro. Like, it was all. Obviously, I don't feel like that. Do you know what I mean? That's not how I feel as a battle, innit? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was. I don't know. Some of them were a bit like, oh, I don't know. I can't believe I said this. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, this is a bit bad. It's because especially with the angle as well, where like a lot of people had kind of gone at sea with that same angle as well. Do you know what I mean? So, but it was just kind of an obvious angle to go at. You know, so.
And not a bad third round from them, you know, completely competent, continues a lot of the themes they've been developing beforehand. Not as memorable, but I guess a lot of people would recall Skirms when, you know, Cracker does like his proposal to Steph.
That was hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. He got balls to do that, bro. Honestly, man. That was good, man. That was funny. I gave a ratings for that. That was funny still.
Yeah.
That was funny, man.
And,
you know, I think that was the first time someone had done that, maybe.
Yeah, because Fifth Birthday had been the event just before, so I think Shuffle and Marlowe did something similar as well. So it's just, you know.
I think it was the day after. I think because our battle was on a Saturday and their battle was on a Sunday, and I think that was the first time someone had done it since the actual proposal. So it went off, bro. You know what I mean? It went off, man. Trust me.
But I mean, like, okay, seeing Cracker do win, they give a really good performance. But I think you guys, you know, still have a lot of great material, a lot of good moments. And how did you feel afterwards?
I felt good, bro. Like, I felt like, okay, I've done it now, so I know I could do it. Like, I just have to try again, you know what I mean? But it's not like, okay, yeah, I'm a seasoned vet at battling after one battle, like, you know what I mean? And, like, I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm still kind of just learning as I go along, do you know what I mean? But I felt good, man. I felt good. It was good to actually finally do it, and I'd been wanting to do it for years, man. I just didn't know like who my opponent would have been, you know what I mean? So, but it was good, man. I don't regret it. It happened,
No.
man. It was good. It was good. Good
Yeah.
fun. Great experience,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and this is an underview battle. It has like 65,000 views, which is like ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Like, you know, I think it deserves a lot more. I think you will give really good showings. Next battle is Dialect. How did this come about? How was this decided for Sunburn?
Bro, 'cause I think me and Ark were supposed to battle him and Zen. I can't remember what.
Yeah, that gets mentioned in the battle. Yeah.
I can't remember what event that would have been. I don't know. I think it was after Nottingham. It was after the Nottingham event. We were supposed to battle, and I don't know. Something happened, and like I honestly can't remember. And the battle got cancelled, and I don't know. I can't remember. It was just one day. Bro, like, you know what it is? Everyone's gasses man up, bruv, innit? Yeah.
Sure.
Like, if it's left to me, I won't do it, innit? Do you know what I mean? But like, I know someone's gonna be like, oh, do it. So I was just like, fuck it, cool, I'll do it. And I messaged Rowan. I was like, yeah, boom, I'll do it, innit? Like Dialect, innit? Like, let's do it. And that's how it kind of started. And he said yes, and I was like, oh shit, I've actually got to do it now. Oh shit, like, let's go. You know what I mean?
And the Sunburn event again. People look back as a classic.
It's a sick event.
Yeah.
I missed most of it. I missed the first half of it
Right.
because I was outside, like, stressing out, bro. Like,
What was the rehearsal process like?
bro, like no word of a lie. I wrote the bars the night before.
Oh, right.
Like, and this is no disrespect to Dialect. I was slacking in it. Like, I was slacking. I didn't take it as serious as I should have. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect to the battle rap culture or nothing. I was just not in the right frame of mind to do it. And because I'd said I'd do it, I did it. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I could have done a hell of a lot better. I could have put a hell of a lot more time into it. Do you know what I mean?
Whether you're in the crowd or sat at home to watch, just know that I appreciate all those I've got showing props. Now listen. Now everybody's asking who the fuck is this Skirmish? Because for this battle, you got me feeling like a battered wife with an abusive husband. What have I done to deserve this?
The first 2 rounds, like, the night before, and the third round was like kind of scattered everywhere, and I kind of pieced it together on the tube, like, to the event. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I kind of like stumbled in a couple of the rounds. You know what I mean? So, which could have been avoided. Like, that was a hands up, straight up my foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And a Dialect, you know, goes without saying, one of the most talented battlers on Don't Flop, right? Or ever.
Bro, that guy he's special, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I really do want to hear more music from him as well. I want him to yeah, man. He's a very talented individual, man. Great music, great battler. He's dope, man. He's dope, bro. Honestly, he's dope. Not everyone can do what he does. Do you know what I mean? So he's unique, bro. So I just want him to put music out, man, and just get on with it, bro. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a lane and there's a market for him to.
Yeah. His presence on stage is just remarkable, really.
Oh, it's incredible, bro. Like, when I was standing there, I was like, oh shit, I'm actually battling Dialect.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? It didn't even sink in. Like, I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Catch this body like a circus net.
Yeah.
Actor, I moved through the asylum like DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Random bloke with a massive nose came here wearing Dappy's clothes.
That was funny.
Rearranges roof when I give Architect. I mean, there's been Architect bars before.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah. There's been bars before, so it wasn't that. Like, ooh, but yeah. But because of the relation, obviously, do you know what I mean? So.
Sure. And you come with the flip on the first about his fisherman's hat.
Yeah. Bro, I don't even know where that came from, bro. Honestly, I don't even know. But I was standing there, I was like, I've got to say something. Like, I don't even remember my first line right now, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even remember what the fuck the first word of the first line is right now. I've got to say something. And that was the first thing that came to my head, and I just said it. And I thought it was all right, actually. I was like, oh, bro. I was like, no, I didn't expect myself to do that. It was all right. It went off still.
Yeah, one of the things I like at the start of your verse is you sort of thank people who, you know, are showing love.
Yeah, man. Because, like, obviously, like, when the first battle came out, people were like, oh, it's not what, like, we expected. Da, 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 da. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but bro, you have to understand, like, I don't know what I'm doing, innit? Like, like rapping and battle rapping are 2 completely different things, innit? You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning. I just want to have fun, innit? I want to get to the level of, like, these guys you guys admire, like, you know what I mean? Like, in the battle rap circuit, you know what I mean? And I want to get to that. So just give me a chance. Don't just shut me down first opportunity. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, thank you to the people that actually, like, showed love. Do you know what I mean? Because I appreciated that, man. You know, I was like, yeah, sick. Okay, cool. If you lot care, I'll care a little bit, and like, let me try again, innit? You know what I mean? That's what it was, really. You know.
Yeah, and you know, it's good stuff from you. You talk about renaming Sunburn to Razor Bump and his face, and
Yeah.
not. I think the problem is maybe not as many just memorable punches.
Yeah,
but
nah, it
you know,
wasn't,
I think technically really sound and interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, to be honest, man, I was stressing out like the night before. I'm thinking, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, I've got like half a round, really. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't got
Right.
shit. I was like, literally, I stayed up all night. I was just writing. But like, the punchlines just wasn't like, you can't just like, it's not that easy to just get punchlines out of thin air like a night before. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that easy, bro. You know, but if you take the time that you're actually meant to take to prepare, you know what I mean? You get the material that will suffice. You know what I mean? But like, one night is not enough time to come up with 3 rounds for Dialect, bro. Like,
No,
you know what I mean?
And he negates the flip in his second. He takes off his fisherman's hat because he's not dealing with a big fish.
That pissed me off, bro.
Crazy.
That pissed me off, man. I was thinking to myself, I was like, did he like just kind of think I would say something about it? And I was
Right.
like, I did not expect him to flip it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I did, because like, obviously he's not really like known for his flips. Like, around them times and battles before, like, I didn't really clock many flips that he would drop. Like, and it just caught me off guard. I was like, this motherfucker, like, he's doing me like this, bruv. Like, you know what I mean? You gonna flip a bar of mine, bruv? Like, now? Yeah, it was cold bar.
Pull back on this cylinder and open you up like a can of Sprite.
Yeah.
You're getting close to your neck. Like, Dialect has that just when he barks on you.
Yeah, bruv. Yeah, man. You're just there like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're a bit close, bruv, isn't it? Like, you're a bit close. This doesn't normally happen. Like, you know what I mean? You're thrown off guard a little bit. Like,
Yeah. I hope he fucking misses like a groom on his wedding night.
wedding night. Yeah.
Pretty
Sick
hard.
bar.
Yeah.
Sick bar, bruv. Yeah, man. He had some bars, bruv. He had some bars for me.
Yeah.
Man.
And you
My
come
boy.
with the sort of Sky stuff in the second.
Yeah.
You know, you go in on Peace Soldier as well.
Yeah.
Give you the large picture upgraded to high definition on Sky Television, which is nice.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, that was one of my favorite lines that I come up with as well. Still, I was like, yeah, that's all right. Still, that's all right.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's true or not. That's all right.
So
Use it.
there's probably the bar most people remember you for, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I guess if people would say, "What's the bar?" Start fucking.
I know what you're gonna say, bro.
Start fucking shit up like anal sex.
Bro, oh my days, that bar is hilarious, bro. Like, I cringe. It's cringe, bro.
Right.
Honestly. It's funny, man. It's funny though. It's silly.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
dumb, isn't it?
But a lot of people comment on that bar for whatever reason. So
Yeah.
but
that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of shit you come up with when you're rushing, bruv, isn't it? Like, and you think, yeah, it'll fit. It'll stretch my round like extra 10 seconds. Like,
Right.
I get a reaction. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
under guard Cerberus with a muzzle on, Black Rose on a fawn on his side, and a good second from you. And Dialect just kind of smiles as you say that he hits his misses at the start of the third.
Yeah. Bro, I forgot so many bars in that. There was so many more bars in that like second round as well, bro. Like, and I forgot so much of it. I was so annoyed, bro. I was like, oh man, I wish I got it off, bro. Honestly.
Yeah. And he sort of does a sky flip. Only jealous you ain't got the full package.
That's what I mean. Like, 2
Impressive,
flips,
yeah.
Bro. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're not meant to do that, you know? Like, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, Dialect does flip, but I've not seen him do 2 really good flips like this back to back.
I was like, what? I was like, liberties, bro. I was like, out of everyone, you do this to me, bro. Nah, it was a fire bar, bro.
Yeah, fire round. I mean, end this in 4 lines like a hashtag sign.
Yeah,
Skirmish fam look like you're from Kurdistan.
Oh, bro, honestly, yeah. Like, no word of a lie. My boys, to this day, say that bar to me, bro. They're like, Skirmish fam, you look like you're from Kurdistan. You know, that is a bar. It's so fucking hilarious.
Kryptonite is a disco light.
Oh, brilliant.
And
Brilliant.
when he tells Bagnall to be careful of his camera, watch the light switch, might freaking die if you flick it twice.
Yeah, sick. Bro, you can see my reaction.
Yeah.
I was dying, bro. Like, I couldn't help it. You know what I mean? I couldn't help it.
Yeah. I mean, and your third, you go in on how black he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you call him Arnold, Black Star on the Ghanaian flag. His parents floated to England on an actual banana.
Oh, bro. Deep.
Yeah. The personification of rapping it darker.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no,
bro.
without RA, no way to spell racism, you say as well. Levi Roots looking like his dad right now.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, man. I had no other angle for the guy, bro. I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it the best I can, innit? You know what I mean? And I thought some of them were quite hilarious. Some of them a bit too much, but
right.
Yeah, nah, this is fucking jokes, man. Leave my roots one, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck off back to Leeds and tell your dad his reggae sauce is shit.
Yeah, bro, I had more bars after that, yeah. And when I saw the crowd react to that, like, I was like, you know what, yeah. Let me just end it now before I just embarrass myself even more, bro. Like, let me just cut it now. And I was just like, I went to the guy, like, cut, bro, cut. I'm done. I'd rather leave it on a high than like just choking again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And judges, Philly, Dialect takes for him. Just the crazy flows. Impact again gives it to Dialect. Natural gives it to Dialect. Not a body bag in his experience, but Dialect just sort of paved the way. His sort of authority. Cracker and Sleepy giving it to you though, which is nice.
Yeah, that's crazy, but I appreciate that though. I personally wouldn't have said I won, but yeah, I think Dialect won. Do you know what I mean? He was more cleaner than I was. His punches hit harder than mine did. Do you know what I mean? And he had more punches than I did. Do you know what I mean? And he just had a better performance, really.
Yeah.
But I appreciate them guys voting for me. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, but I would say Dialect definitely won.
Well, he's just done it for so long, and I mean, even at that point, you know, and this is quite a while ago.
He knows what he's doing, bro.
Oh yeah, he's got the formula. And what? Any more battles in the future? Any chance or?
I don't know, man, bro. I'm just working on music at the moment. You know what I mean? So maybe after that, maybe I've still got the bug, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Oh yeah.
You know? I've still got the bug. Like, I want to do it, but just not right now. You know what I mean? I just want to kind of have a bit of catalog, like, you know what I mean, on my resume, bro. Like, you know what I mean, and just work from there, bro. I don't think I have enough music in my discography, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I have to do that, bro. I have to. That first before anything else, you know what I mean? So, and
we'll wrap up with a few quick-fire questions. The first one...
We're not going to talk about the Raptor battle, though.
The Raptor... What was the Raptor battle?
You ain't seen me battle Raptor.
Where was that? Sorry, I think I've missed that.
It was a beat fighter battle.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, beat, and he tore me a new one, bro.
Oh. 6 million ways to die, you choose this. I couldn't give a fuck about your little bars, thinking you're on fire when you're not. You're like Ricky Bobby. It's 4 bars with those short arms have been sawn off. You're more like a mini shotty. I can't lose to him. I used to do this thing back in the 90s when we were rocking Puma Kings. When man carry borers in their boot bags. Trust, I'm from the era of boom bap.
My mistake. That's very unprofessional of me to completely forget that battle. But yeah, I do remember it now. I do remember it now that you say. So give us a quick rundown of that one.
Yeah, with that, bro, I just, because after the Dialect battle, I wanted to do it again. Like, I wanted to, cool, let me go again. I think I kind of rushed again, like, picking another opponent and stuff, like, and again, I was so unprepared, like, literally writing the bars, like, on the way to the flipping, like, venue, thinking, yeah, man, it's just on beat, it's cool, I'm gonna smash it, like, and I definitely didn't, because he just ripped the, like, life out of me, bro, you know what I mean? Like, he smashed it. That was such a sick performance from him. I was like, rah. Okay, this guy's serious, bro. You know what I mean? And
what was the problem with your experience, with your performance?
Bro, like, just not even giving myself enough time to prepare, man, and just messing everything up and forgetting all my bars, like, thinking, because it's on beat, I'll remember the flow, I'll remember the way I drop it or whatever. Nah, just drew a blank, bro. Like, when I saw him drop that first line, the first verse, I was like, oh, shit. He didn't come to play. I was like, I know my shit ain't as hard as his. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know my shit ain't as hard as his, so it's just kind of like everything just capitulated from there. I was like, it's finished.
Right.
It's finished. You know?
I mean, Raptor, when he's on, he's like one of the best ever. Like,
Bro, Raptor's cold, bro. Raptor is cold, man. Honestly, he's another unique one as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way he raps, bro. He's sick, man. He's sick. Honestly, I want to hear more music from him as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. So, we will then finally wrap up a few quick fire questions. First one, favorite Don't Flop battle.
Arsenal Shotty.
Good quick, yeah. I mean,
bro, like,
so
were you there?
I wasn't there. No.
Bro, like, that was insane. I've never seen like, for instance, yeah, Stylus is a massive venue, yeah. So when the proposal happened, like, obviously it's gonna be a big reaction, and there's so many people, like 1,000 people in the venue. When Arsenal took his like track top off to reveal the Arsenal like top, bro, I've never seen a reaction like that. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was insane, bro. You know what I mean? That's my favorite Don't Flop battle, definitely.
King of the Dot.
Oh, Marv 1 Pat State.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just disrespectful.
Do you have Pat winning, or do you go with Marv? It's a bit controversial.
Oh, I haven't seen it in a long time, but at the time I had Marv winning at the time. But I know if I go back, I'm gonna pick up some stuff that I missed back then. Do you know what I mean? But that battle is incredible. That's a legendary battle to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, with a backstory and everything, it was like WWF, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was sick. I was glued, bro. I was like, oh shit, this is sick.
URL.
I know this is the most obvious battle to say, innit? You know what I mean? Calico versus Loaded Lux.
Right.
Innit?
Yeah.
Like that changed everything. That changed battle rap though. That battle changed battle rap.
Right.
Like, it was the impact that battle had in the culture, bro. Like it was sick, man. You got Jay-Z tweeting your bar.
Yeah.
Bro. Like come on, bro. Like who could say that? Loaded Lux. You know what I mean? So that battle has to be like my favorite battle of URL. Out of URL.
What about your favorite film?
Oh, bro, this is mad. I got a few, man. It's hard to pick one.
Yeah, please.
Godfather 2.
Oh yeah.
Carlito's Way. This is random. This is the most random thing. I'm just saying this just to be random, yeah, bro. It's a Richard Dreyfuss movie called Mr. Holland's Opus, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's a music teacher, bro. It's so sick. I love that film.
Mr. Holland's. I've never heard of that. That's interesting.
Yeah, it came out in like mid-90s, bro. Like, and he's a music teacher, and he has a kid, and the kid is born deaf, bro. Like, it's deep film.
Okay. Final question. Favorite musical artist or band that are in no way hip hop related?
Portishead.
Okay. Nice
incredible.
Choice.
Yeah, Portishead, incredible.
Well, this has been great, man. You know, how do people get at you, find your music, that sort of stuff?
Check me out on SoundCloud, Skirms Music. You can follow me on Instagram @Skirms. Follow me at Twitter @Skirms. Yeah, that's it, man. You know what I mean? Just the typical social media, online, whatever you want to call it, man. I'm old, bro. Like, I don't know, innit? Like, I'm old, G.
Well, we'll put all the links below. And...
Yeah, man, definitely. I got my album coming soon as well, bro. Like, I've been working really hard in the past couple years, man. Like, I've got like my album is like I'd say about 75 to 80% done, ready to come, man. I'm gonna drop that hopefully in the summertime, man. You know what I mean? So hopefully you guys are interested in hearing what I have to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I want to urge people as well. Listen to more Rhyme Asylum because they're fucking incredible. Like, you know, Skirmish's work with all the guys, the two albums and all the other releases are just out of this world, really. Like, I think there's something online. It was like 2009. It got uploaded on YouTube. It's like a collection of live footage. It's about 10 minutes or so. That's a really nice introduction to your sort of stuff. So follow us at Battle Rap Resume. Patreon if you enjoy the show and you want to donate. Leave a review on iTunes. BarrettResume@gmail.com if you want to get in touch with me. Skirmish, again, thank you so much, man.
Pleasure, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Big fan, as I say, man. You know what I mean?